Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Right Makes Might. This is our 4th of July edition. Happy 4th to all you patriots out there. I am Dr. Duke. Wonderful to be with you again. And I wish I had happier news, but we're going to look at 4 for the 4th as the theme of our show today. 4 for the 4th. 4 ways that your constitutional protections, rights, and liberties are under extreme duress, under attack by progressives all throughout the country. And kids, they're winning. The progressives are slowly eroding our constitutional values. They're slowly eroding our freedoms. They are trampling the rule of law. It's dangerous. Start with 7th Circuit Judge Richard Posner, a federal judge who said, quote, that he sees absolutely no value in studying the U.S. Constitution in schools, in law schools, and history classes. He sees, quote, absolutely no value in studying the U.S. Constitution because, quote, 18th century guys couldn't have possibly foreseen the culture and technology of today. He goes on to say, quote, I see absolutely no value to a judge spending decades, years, months, weeks, days, hours, minutes, or even seconds studying the Constitution, the history of its enactment, its amendments, and its implementation across the centuries. There is no value for judges, the people whose sole charge is to enforce our laws that are constitutionally based. He sees no value in studying it. This guy's a federal judge, which means he took an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution. Is that not enough to impeach this guy? Is this not enough to remove this guy from office, to disbar him from serving as a federal judge? He's violated his own oath. And then we move to California, where California Democrats in the state, if they have their way, Christian colleges and universities will no longer be allowed to require students to attend chapel services or require them to profess a relationship with Jesus Christ. This is a remarkable turn of events. You have State Senator Richard Lara, who is the author of California Senate Bill 1146, which writes, quote, all students deserve to feel safe in institutions of higher education, regardless of whether they are public or private. California has established strong protections for the LGBTQ community, and private universities should not be able to use faith as an excuse to discriminate and avoid complying with state laws. In other words, if you're a Christian school in California, you are not allowed to be Christian. If there is a militantly transgender, homosexual, anti-Christian person, you have to take them or you're discriminating against them. Now, this idea here is very dangerous. We saw with our federal judge the mocking and the dismissing of the Constitution. We see in California that the right to free association, the rights of religious freedom everywhere are under assault. This legislation in California, by the way, it's already passed the California Senate and is expected to easily clear hurdles in the Assembly. And thus far, Representative Senator Lara has refused to compromise in any way, shape, or form with the state's Christian colleges and universities. So in other words, that everybody is entitled to attend a Christian university, a private university, not state-funded, not state-run. And then in a story that I would bet my bottom dollar you've heard almost nothing about because the mainstream media is not interested in it, is what happened on June 30th in Lyman, South Carolina. On that day, 32-year-old Jody Ray Thompson, an African-American male who probably didn't vote for Mitt Romney, shot up a nightclub. Now, we've had lots of nightclub shootings, most recently Orlando, which made major headlines. In this case, Thompson shot 3 individuals, wounding them but not killing them. He turned his gun on a 4th victim who happened to be a concealed carry owner. He pulled his gun calmly and shot Thompson, wounding him, ending the carnage. This is remarkable, right? We've been hearing time and time again from liberals and progressives that guns aren't the answer, that private gun ownership isn't going to save you from anything. Even in the wake of Orlando, conservatives were mocked by mainstream media personalities about the idea that if these people in the Orlando nightclub, if they had had guns, they'd have been too drunk or too stunned to even be able to use them. Here, you have a situation that exactly disproves them, and of course, the media has nothing to say about it. So this brings us to the case then of the retirement from active duty of Sergeant Charles Roberson. He was retiring from the service at Travis Air Force Base, and he decided to invite the very charismatic, very popular flag service speaker, a fellow by the name of Oscar Rodriguez, to come and do the flag ceremony. The lieutenant of this particular base, Travis Air Force Base, a fellow by the name of Colonel Michael Savitsky, got wind that Rodriguez was coming to do a traditional flag folding ceremony, complete with mentions of God Bless America. Well, Savitsky did everything he could to stop Roberson from having Rodriguez speak. And when he couldn't do that, he positioned 4 military servicemen around the stage. And when Oscar Rodriguez began to do the flag folding ceremony, this veteran, Rodriguez himself is a veteran, was dragged from the stage like a common criminal by uniformed American soldiers simply so that he would never utter the phrase, "God bless America." On this Independence Day, let us remember the sacrifice of the writers of the Declaration of Independence, what they put up, the stakes they faced in trying to get that revolutionary document approved. And let us also not forget the countless men and women who died defending the document and defending our freedoms. And while we're at it, let's send a clear-cut message to the government, to the President of the United States, that Mr. Obama, we will bless America. God bless America, even if you won't.
This is Right Makes Might with Dr. Duke.